Hi everyone, welcome to Belly Strong. Today we'll be discussing something that's really important for pregnant women who are exercising, and that is how to activate your deep abdominal muscles. Something that you'll start to notice if you can't activate those deep abdominal stabilizers correctly is something called coning. And coning is an effect of increased pressure in the abdomen, and it basically looks like a cone or a hill shape running along the front of your abdomen when you're exerting yourself. And it happens because of a few things. So the abdominal muscles get quite stretched and weak during pregnancy and less able to contain abdominal pressure. And also the growing baby inside means less space for pressure to disperse inside, and it starts to pouch out in a coning shape. Now, coning doesn't necessarily mean that you have diastasis recti or split abdominals, although they can coexist. If you continue to do exercises with coning, it can make split abdominals worse. I'd encourage you to check out our video on diastasis recti, which talks a little bit more about that particular condition. Now, it's important to say that if you notice coning, you don't have to back away from all abdominal exercises and get scared, but it is an indication that maybe you should modify the exercises, make them easier, and go back to basics to really focus on activating those deep abdominal stabilizers. If you do notice coning during any activities and you can't control it with the breathing and techniques that I'll go through in a moment, then make the exercise a bit easier or go down to a modification, or do as many reps correctly as you can, even if that's only 2 or 3, before making it easier. So that's the gist of it. Now we'll get into demonstrating what coning is and how to avoid it. Before we get into the abdominal bracing or activation technique, just to demonstrate what coning is, if I lift my head into a little bit of a crunch, without doing anything to prepare myself, you'll see a little hump here. And that is coning, that is the pressure of the abdomen pushing outwards because I'm not activating those deep abdominal stabilizers. Now, if we do the deep abdominal activation beforehand to prepare and then lift, you'll see that it's reduced. So how do we do that? So we start lying on our backs, or you can elevate the top half of your body with pillows, and we'll start with a deep diaphragmatic breath. So that is breathing in through the nose, and as you breathe in, you'll push that belly out. You'll then take 2 fingers, find your hip bone, and come just inside of that hip bone to feel the muscle here. You'll then exhale out through the mouth, exhaling all of the air, and you'll feel the stomach muscles start to tense, and you'll start to feel muscle pop out against your 2 fingers here. Those are the deep abdominal stabilizers, and that's the position that we want to hold. So we hold that for a few seconds, and then we can release. So we'll do that one more time. We'll breathe in through the stomach and exhale, pushing all of that air out to feel muscles pop out against those 2 fingers. And now our abdomen is braced. The second thing that you want to think about before starting to exercise is the ribs. So rather than having the ribs up and floating, as I like to say, you want to imagine pulling the ribs down and in. So we've got an abdominal brace and we've got ribs coming down and in, and we hold that position. So let's do those 2 things together. Inhale, exhale, abdominal brace. Think about the ribs, try to flatten them, pulling them down. And now, if I lift my head from here into a crunch, it's flat. So you'll see a little bit of a bulge where the baby is, but I don't have that coning that I had in the beginning. And this is what you want to focus on doing before every exercise. We're going to go through that one more time just for luck. So we inhale, exhale, brace the abdominals, feel tension underneath those two fingers, flatten the ribs. And that is how we activate our deep abdominals. And it's something that you can practice just holding. You can do it in lying in this position here, or you can do it in an all fours position, lying on your side, but practicing it throughout the day, making sure that you do it before each abdominal core exercise that you do will help protect your body and load it in the right way. So in summary, if you see coning, don't let it scare you completely away from ab exercises, but take it as an indication to go back to basics and focus on activating those really deep abdominal stabilizers. And feel free to come back to this video after the delivery to also rehab those muscles after birth. Just a reminder to subscribe if you haven't joined our community already, and check out some of our other workout videos and core workout videos where you can incorporate this technique of activating your deep abdominal stabilizers into every movement. I'll see you soon on Belly Strong.